Hi, this is Michael, and this is my review of the EGOWAY laptop battery. This is going in my Mid-2012 13-inch MacBook Pro 9.2. So they give you two Phillips head screwdrivers, and the battery is in a static package, so you just remove the battery. The MacBook Pro is going to have 10 screws that have to be removed. The battery itself looks exactly like the OEM battery, so that's comforting. Now, the 10 screws, 3 of them are long screws, and those are going to be the first 3 screws from the right side with the hinge farther away from you. Those first 3 screws moving right to left are going to be long screws. I always try to put the screws in the same order that I'm taking them out, just so there's no confusion, and that's what I'm doing right here. But after I get the first 3 long ones out, the 7 remaining screws are very short screws, and those are all the same size, so you don't really have to remember, really you only have to remember where the 3 long one goes. So that's the easiest way to do it. Now, once you get all the screws out, you just want to gently lift the bottom off the computer and just put it off to the side, because you won't need it until the very end here. So just get it out of your way. Now, to get the battery out, you're going to have to remove 2 screws, and you're also going to have to remove the cable connector from the battery to the circuit board. Those are the 2 screws I'm just pointing out. And once I get those out, then I've got to gently pry off the connector off the circuit board. Now, you have to be cautious here, and you just want to pull that straight up. I usually just sort of rock it back and forth a little bit with my fingers, and it should be pretty easy to get up, but you don't need to pry it or anything. Once you get that off, the battery should just lift out at a slight angle, and you can pop the new one right in, replace that plug connector, and then make sure your holes are lined up for the screws before you start to screw them in. Just make sure that they're lined up with the underlying thread, and then very gently screw those in, making sure that you don't cross thread and making sure that you don't over tighten them. Once you get that in, just put the back on, and again, these screws are very easy to strip, the threads, so very gently screw those in. If you get any resistance, back it out till you hear a very subtle click, and that means your threads are lined up, and then try again. But whatever you do, don't force those screws, and if they're not going in easily, then you've got them cross-threaded and you're just going to strip the threads. So it's really a very easy process. The capacity of this battery has a design capacity of 6,000 milliamp hours, and it has a full charge capacity of 6,230 milliamp hours. So it's actually got a little bit more capacity than the OEM battery. Now, typically with replacement batteries, it takes months before you know how they're going to hold up, so I don't really know yet, but so far I have no problems and I'm quite happy with this battery. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.